In the wake of the 9/11 attacks, all of us vowed to get to the bottom of what happened. The authorities were going to find and punish the people responsible. But somewhere along the way, we lost the thread. That goal was replaced by cynicism and secrecy, a lot of secrecy. No one's ever explained why. But for years, the families of 9/11 victims have been pursuing a lawsuit against the Saudi government. They believe it was complicit in the attacks. And for the whole span of that period, the United States government, again, it's not clear why, has prevented the declassification of critical documents, including the identification of a Saudi official believed to have assisted two of the 9/11 hijackers. Last week, though, finally, the FBI revealed his name, and they did it accidentally. Brett Eagleson is one of the 9/11 family members suing Saudi Arabia. He joins us tonight. Brett, thanks so much for coming on the show tonight. Who is this guy? Give us a super quick explanation of why we should care about his identity.
Sure. And Tucker, thank you very much. Before I go any further, I just want to say thank you again for covering this story. Why are you the only primetime host covering this? I don't know.
Because I'm enraged. I'm enraged. That's why.
It's unbelievable. You have the Attorney General of the United States weighing in on civil litigation, invoking state secrets. Like, it's almost as if, who are they? And why are they weighing in on this? It's almost as if, like, oh, they have information about something that they can't trust us with, or we're not, mature enough to know it. So anyway, I digress. The point is that
I'm sorry, Brett, let me stop you there. You don't digress. That's at the core of my interest here. What are they hiding? They're not protecting the Saudis. I don't believe that for a second. I don't. Tucker, something is going on here. They're lying for a reason. And what is that reason? And I don't know the answer, but there is one. What do you think it is?
Tucker, it's disgusting. I lost my dad on 9/11. There are thousands of other people who have lost loved ones and family members. And to find out, we know the Saudis are murderous thugs. Okay, that's one thing. But to find out that our own government is taking their side in court, they're submitting in private briefings. The CIA and the Department of Justice are submitting in-camera private briefings to the judge behind our backs. Nobody can see it. Then they have this blunder where this guy's names come out. What's so secret about that? Who is this guy, Jara? He was living and working in Washington, D.C. He was traveling all over the country. He was coordinating with the hijackers. There is a hierarchy of command. Jara, right down to the hijackers' handlers in L.A., right down to the hijackers. So why is this a secret? Why is this case shrouded in secrecy? Why are you the only one talking about this? This should be dominating news. This should be headline news. It's 9/11. It's the largest attack on America's soil. And our government is siding with the Saudis. It's unbelievable.
And not just this government, but the government before this government and the government before that. So there has been a long chain. So they're protecting some secret. And look, I'm not a conspiracy nut. I'm just the opposite of a conspiracy nut. I'm an open-minded person. But there's something going on here. And I like the Attorney General, but I wish he would come on the show and explain so we can understand what the hell they're doing and why.
Now, some will say that this is just a whitewash and that there's much more to the 9/11 story than the Saudis. But the fact is that Tucker Carlson is about the only major TV host that even raises these questions. And in this interview, he was quite explicit. He said he doesn't believe that the main reason for the cover-up is to protect the Saudis. He says, and I quote, "There's something going on here. They're lying for a reason." And he also points out that it's not just this administration, it's all the administrations, going all the way back to George W. Bush, that were engaged in this cover-up. And I think this really gives us a clue as to how deep this corruption actually goes. And I can't help myself but to be reminded of the JFK assassination. Because if you looked into that, it should be blatantly obvious that the official story doesn't hold up. And yet, almost 60 years later, it's still the official version. It's still the accepted version of those events. And I think, as humanity, we can't really go further in our evolution as long as our society is built upon historic lies. So whatever you think about 9/11, we need to have a debate about it. We need to examine all the evidence, wherever it may take us, rather than just dismissing anyone who disagrees with the official version as some kind of a conspiracy nutter. And also, I believe this is a chance for Donald Trump. You know, he said he wanted to drain the swamp. Well, this is your chance. You know, if you actually meant it, then go for it. Declassify 9/11 documents, and I would say possibly launch a new investigation, a public, independent investigation, so that the people can finally find out the truth. You know, we deserve it. It's time. So if you resonate with this message, please subscribe, and also check out Jungle Pants. This is a product that I make, and it is the most comfortable thing you'll ever wear. All right. Thank you very much. Take care, and ciao.